We had to endure a lot this year. There was the election, Brexit, Taylor Swift winning Album of the Year. 2016 was truly awful, but at least the music was great. I'm Sam Chapman with Jetspace magazine, and I'm here to give you my top queer national releases of 2016. First up is Alice Bag's Alice Bag. From her early days in the pioneering LA punk group The Bags, Alice Bag has continued to be the consummate cool girl, and her self-titled debut, Alice Bag, shows off pretty much everything that she's done up to this point musically. There's the proto-punk sound of The Bags, plus a lot of influences from her love of doo-wop and girl groups. Make sure to check out Alice Bag's Alice Bag.
A daughter dearest, you will wear cable knit sweaters, you will become a doctor after studying at Cornell.
Next up is TRex To See with Jurassic Punk. Once upon a time, an all-female punk band would have been expected to beat you over the head with righteous female fury, but thankfully that idea is being put to rest finally, in part because of groups like TRex To See out of New York, whose debut, Jurassic Punk, is a collection of thoughtful, funny, biting songs about being young and female in America. So make sure to check out Jurassic Punk by TRex To See.
What happened to us? What happened to us? What happened to something that never was? I'm gonna...
Next up is Against Me with Shapeshift With Me. In 2012, Against Me lead singer Laura Jane Grace came out as trans, and in 2014 they released Transgender Dysphoria Blues, an album that dealt with the internal struggle that Grace faced as she went through her transition. Shapeshift With Me continues that narrative, but instead the perspective shifts outward. It's about falling in love, it's about living life as a trans person. So make sure to check out Shapeshift With Me by Against Me.
And sometimes I dream you've left me and I'm so lost.
Next up is Jenny Avall with Blood Bitch. This album is kind of a lot to explain, and I'm still not 100% sure that I understand what's going on. It's ostensibly about vampires, but also kind of about menstrual blood and the toxic nature of love. Either way, it's a beautiful, haunting album, and even if I'm still trying to figure out what exactly is going on, you should definitely check out Jenny Avall's Blood Bitch.
Your name is about as easy to remember as the four ethers. And who the hell knows the four ethers?
Next up is Serpent with Feet with Blisters. Serpent with Feet is the admittedly kind of awkward moniker of Josiah Lyte, a New York-based classically trained vocalist who, for his Blisters EP, teamed up with frequent Bjork collaborator, The Haxan Cloak. The production is gorgeous, it's lush, it's this incredible orchestral backdrop against which Josiah Lyte's beautiful voice can truly shine. So make sure to check out Blisters by Serpent with Feet.
I want you to want me, but you just wanna love me for the day. And
Next up is Kaytranada with 99.9%. Earlier this year, Canadian wunderkind producer Kaytranada came out as gay in a Fader profile, and after that he released 99.9%, his debut album. It's a producer's album, so some of the songs have vocals, some of them don't. But what really sets Kaytranada apart as a producer is his willingness to work with analog sounds and his overarching interest in world music. So make sure to check out 99.9% by Kaytranada.
Special shout out to the...
Next up is Frank Ocean with Blonde. Much has been made of this album. It was one of the premier releases of the year, so I'm not going to bore you with a bunch of things that you can read on Pitchfork. However, it's important to recognize that Blonde is an incredibly complex, compelling work by one of the most prominent and interesting queer voices in music today. So make sure to check out Frank Ocean's Blonde.
I don't love you anymore.
Next up is Anohni with Hopelessness. I wrote an entire review of this album, which you can find on jetspacemagazine.com if you want to hear me really go off about it. But I really do think that this album is one of the most important pieces of music that was released this year. Anohni was formerly known as Anthony Hegarty of Anthony and the Johnsons, and Hopelessness is an incredibly politically incisive dance album that is perhaps even more important now than it was when she released it. So make sure to check out Hopelessness by Anohni. So those are my top national queer releases of 2016. I'm Sam Chapman with Jetspace Magazine, and thank you for watching.
And I can't just walk away, even though I know you're trouble.